Seeing my two young daughters, 8 and 6, get into having fun at home with engineering projects, their little kits that they get every month to build something different, seeing them get excited with it and combine it with their other passions, which are, their princess costumes and their dolls at home. Just seeing them take all of that in at home has been motivating for me.
So I think the woman who most inspired me to drive change is an early mentor in my life, a woman who was a COO of a company that I worked at. And we were having lunch one day talking about things that are important that happen in organizations and how the easy things always happen, but the hard things require someone to be an advocate or someone to drive it. And she looked at me and she said, "So what are the things that are important to you that we need to drive in this company?" And it was from that point that I really realized that to drive change in the business, you have to drive it from someplace that's outside of your head and more often from your heart.
My answer is definitely my mom, because, she inspires me every day, even like up to this point in this moment. She's been, she's completely influenced like how I take on projects and my career. I don't know if she's driven a change, but I always look up to her, and she's probably the one person in my life that I feel like influences everything I do.
So when I was in high school, a female guidance counselor, when I went in to tell her that I wanted to be an engineer and I had picked out my list of colleges, she looked at me and said, "Well, you're going to have to pick something else because girls don't become engineers." And I think from that point forward, I not only became an engineer, I have a license and I went into the engineering field, but I also went into outreach for that reason. Because there's not a girl on the face of the earth should he ever hear that again. And I think from that point, I know that's kind of a negative influence, but it drove me to make sure that girls and women know they can become engineers, and so can anybody else.